Hello investors and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. The biggest topic during this video that you're going to want to be tied into is the high level of volume, 12 million from a standard of, I believe it was like 1.8, 1.9, now it's about 2.3 trading volume. It went to 12 million on Friday before the market closed. I want to explain why I believe that happened and the price action you can expect on Monday. But before I do that, I want to go through this really creepy video that I found that was released about 3 weeks ago, and I want to tell you why I believe it's important. So first off, let's talk about, was that the big reason why the volume increased? No, it wasn't. I don't think that was related. This video came out about 3 weeks ago, but I do think it still emphasizes that there's some people out there that really are pushing the agenda of transferring school buses across the board to EV, and the president's on board. It looks like the American Lung Association's on board, and these are all things that could just benefit Proterra. So one of the first things I wanted to do was I wanted to organize the auto manufacturers. I wanted to list those, and then I wanted to list it by volume traded, just to go through and see the top 10, see where Proterra listed. They were number 7, and then look at the volume in comparison with the other sectors or the other companies in the sector. And I went through and I looked, and you could say, okay, Lucid Group, you could just look at that and say that is an absolutely high volume, trading volume. I did a video on this when Lucid was low about 2 weeks ago when they were in the $18 range. You know, we had some conversations in the discussion below. Of course, I would love to see the price always lower before I tell you guys to get in. We decided that that was a get-in price. It's been running up, so I'm glad to see that. There's an 8% change on the close of business. And that one's just been doing really well. I went through the rest of these, and none of these have had the type of volume in comparison to what average volume is like Proterra. So I wanted to talk a little bit about triple witching, and I'm going to go through that in a second. Because I want to lead into the technical charts right after I talk about that. So the next thing I did was there was an article that popped up about insider ownership, and I know we went through this. And you see that they have it lumped together here at 31.2%. And if you scroll down and compare it to the other top 10 with relative volume, you know, it's not bad. So it's in a good range. Proterra, I would say, is still relatively new. I would say they just came to market, and you'll probably see this insider ownership number grow. But this isn't low, I would say. So the general ownership breakdown, I think we've been through that before. Triple witching is the simultaneous expiration of stock options, stock index futures, and stock index option contracts all in the same day. And you can see that this happens here in March, June, September, and December. So it occurs quarterly on the third Friday of each of these months. And then triple witching days, particularly in the final hour of trading preceding the closing bell, called the triple witching hour, can see increased trading activity as traders close out, roll out, and offset their expiring positions. And this is what we've seen happen on Friday, September 17th. All right, so let's take a look at the chart. And I've got the EMA, I've got the 20 and the 50, 100 and 200, but we're only going to look at the 20. I've got the candlesticks, we've got the volume, and then we've got the RSI down here. So if I zoom in, actually if I zoom out, you can see my trend lines that I have labeled in, and then I've just got July 12th marked here because this is the last time that we've seen some serious volume and this go down in price and also trend down, where we were hoping to start seeing a reversal right here. And it just hasn't been completely clear. But as I zoom in, And looking at this, as this is a 1 hour chart, looking at this trend indicator, this RSI, it looked like it started to trend up, and then it came down. There was a jump out the window, and then we started to stair step back up, where it looks like we're starting to show a trending up indicator, which is leading this direction. So this is what we need to see support and hold. So first off, let me move out of the 1 hour chart, because you can see that this is all bearish candlestick signals here. And I want to go in just to really understand what happened at the close of Friday. You could see that since this is a 30-minute chart, this would be the last hour and a half, like it said, for triple witching. You see it's all bearish. And I would imagine that this volume didn't mean that there's a lot of people entering into the trade, that there was some selling off and we could see some further downward pressure. And if we're looking at the 20 EMA, you want to see these candlesticks above it, and they're just slightly below. And that's another reason that I believe that we could see some opening of the bell and coming down to see if we can hold support above here at 975. So you want to see support above 1002, definitely 975. So hopefully this will continue to trend up, but right now it looks like this is going to test $10 on Monday morning. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out, that these are not bearish, or these are bearish, these are not bullish candlesticks, seeing that it closed lower, sell off, lower, and even lower. It tried to test, but this is definitely a volume, very, very large volume of selling, I believe, for the most part. So that's all I have. I want to go through this video. If you have not seen the president speak with the CEO about buses, and that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one.
So Proterra has 3 businesses, and they're all centered around the design and manufacturing of these battery packs that you see here. These battery packs are built at our plant in Los Angeles with 85 United Steelworkers. We take these battery packs and we put them into transit buses. We're the #1 builder of electric transit buses in North America. We've sold over 1,000 of them. And as a matter of fact, there's 16 of them in your home state of Delaware.
I know.
Some in Wilmington, and some in Wilmington, some in Dover.
Yep.
There's also 14 right outside the White House in Washington, D.C. And Mr. Mayor, there's 30 of them in the state of South Carolina, with many of them being right here in Greenville. So that's one thing we do with our battery systems. The next thing we do is we take our battery systems and we have partnerships with commercial vehicle manufacturers across the world, Australia, the UK. But our biggest one is right here in the United States, and it's right up the road, and the name of it is Thomas Built Bus. They build the school buses, and we electrify them with our systems. So we just started this program with them last year, but I have to tell you, I'm incredibly excited about the prospect of electrifying the school buses. I don't know about you, but I want my grandchildren riding on clean, quiet school buses.
You and me both.
Right. So the third part of our business might be the most critical, and that's where we do charging and infrastructure. We've had agencies and fleets tell us over the years they would like to go faster in electrification, but they need help on charging and infrastructure. So we have a business that's doing just that. But I believe the fastest way to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles is a focus on charging and on infrastructure. So we believe that the commercial vehicle electrification is at an inflection point. We continue to grow as a company. We continue to hire. We're up to 350 people here in Greenville. We're hiring more. We're hiring in Los Angeles. We're hiring in Burlingame. So we're thrilled to showcase our facility here to you today. We're going to do just a couple of things. We're going to show you how we install batteries. We're going to show you how we prepare our body for build. And then we're going to take you to final assembly and show you where the customer